Hello there, my name is Bats, and let's make the JBL Cup Season 4.
This is where I make all the graphics for all the videos. We got all the JBL GP stuff down here that I gotta get rid of. And then we got the stuff I've been working on in Season 4. We got all of the team signs that I have already printed out and have cut out. I'll show you in just a sec how those came out. We love Lapis, you know, we stand Lapis, our wonderful artist. We got all of these, they're the graphics for each event, and this is just the last one. And here's a map of all of the locations of JBL teams officially. I'll post that in our Discord server. We got the Meet the Teams. This is the last one I made for the Ghost Crabs. Thumbnail for the 44 team funnel tournament. Here we got all of the team signs printed out, ready for the stadium when I make that. The 3D printer's been doing some work. We got snowflakes for the backdrop. And we got these adorable little snowmen. Here's a general planning sheet on what to do. Some stuff to 3D print, taking down the last JBL GP track, building the stadium, making the ice castle in the background, designing the team signs, yada yada yada, and then all the new chants that I'm planning to do. Now let's get rid of all these old stop motion animations from the JBL GP season. And that's the final one. Once I fully construct and decorate the stadium, doing all the stop motion chants will be the first thing I do. Starting tomorrow, gotta start announcing all the Meet the Teams profiles. Once I get all those done, gonna update each team channel with all the new logos and stuff, and all the new pictures of the marbles in the snow, which are fun. And then I'll go in and switch the emojis for the new logos. Alright. Graphics I have to make that will last the whole season is the overall standing. So stretch out this line, thin it, and well, I won't bore you with the process, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Here is what the standings graphs are gonna look like. This isn't spoilers or anything. I just put the gold, silver, and bronze in advance because I know those point totals is what the standings are gonna look like the first time they're displayed. All right, let's make some chants. Got the Sky Seahorses one done. Let's do the Whitecaps. Oh boy. So it's gonna be the same thing as the old one, the lyrics and stuff, and most of the background sounds, but I just want to spruce it up with the modern voice. It's a little less high-pitched than before. Whitewater wins. Let's go, Whitecaps. Let's go, Whitecaps. I don't know. Let's see if I can do better. Okay, so here is the Laser Beams chant. It's kind of the same as the original, but it's a little different. Here's the ridiculous looking timeline, and I'll let you give it a listen. Those are all the chants I'm doing. I was gonna do a Maple Leaves one, but I tried for a little bit and I just could not get it right. Alright, so we got the backdrop. You know, I still have to work out a few kinks, but it looks pretty good in all its glory. We got all the teams, we got all the marbles. These are gonna be the supports for pieces of the stadium. Everything's set to go. The cupboard is relatively organized. All the tall things. The cart, well, it's no problem for future me. And the great outdoors, which I intend to hide from. Alright, all that's left is to get the camera in focus, or not, and vacuum this puppy. That's a little bit better. Ooh, the Silver Bullets chant. Let me release some inner masculinity I didn't think I had. I hope the neighbors didn't hear that one. Jesus, my heart rate has increased by 50%. Here it is. Go, Silver Bullet! Silver Bullet! Silver Bullet! Silver Bullet! Let's go, Silver Bullet! I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Here is the ice castle. First piece done. On to number 2. gonna cut off right. The castle is up. I'm exhausted, adding some embellishments, but look at this. Doesn't that just look sick? I have one tower up on the White Castle, and I'm working on the second of two. I mean, the back looks horrific, but you're not gonna see that in the video. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, last work of today. I added a bunch of smaller details to the stadium. We got all the towers in place with flags on all of them. We've got the 3D printed snowflakes, using all the last of the gray filament I have. We've got the JBL Cup Season 4 logo on each of the white towers. And we got some trees as well. And then I had some snow in the background. It's really subtle. You can see it a little bit there, but yeah, there's streaks of snow in places. So essentially what I have left to do is 3D print the moon. My 3D printer is clogged, I believe, so I have to figure that out, but that's a problem for another day later this week. And then get the stands in here. I have finished all the team chants. I did a Silver Bullets one, I did a Maple Leafs one, and a Team Lemonade one as well today. So that's gonna be all the chants. And yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Right, that is all the music for Season 4 into the music section. And here are the graphics for the Qualifiers events. Heats of 4 events. My defunct brain does not like how that goes to that bit of the windowsill, but it doesn't on this side. And even though it's not going to come up in videos much, I have to fix that or I will go insane. So I'm thinking I'm going to use the 2 big gray base plates to go all the way across the front of the main castle, and an extra little cardboard thing on top of that. Basically what the main stands were in Season 2, but just a little bit bigger. But before I make the stands, let's organize those marbles. Here are the marbles. My back aches after that one, but the work ain't done. I'm not totally set in stone on this idea yet, but I have the big gray stands in the middle here. Symmetry is key. And then I have these green kind of folding, fanning out on either side. So I'm just gonna do that on this side. There's probably gonna be one of the cardboard beams from over there that goes across here. And there's gonna be something up there in that space if I stick with this design. Progress report. Okay, so I grabbed the team signs. We got the stadium. This is gonna be mostly it, I think. That's gonna contain a lot of marbles, even though it isn't as expansive as other seasons. So I'm just gonna vacuum the place one more time, and then we'll get some marbles in those stands. Icicle Incredibles fan section in progress. First 2 fan sections coming along nicely. Progress. It's been about an hour, and this main section is done. Each one of these fan sections is for a specific team, rather than in past seasons where they're just general sections of marbles. And I think it came out pretty freaking well. The stands are completely filled. I am really exhausted. And there are some marbles left over. Not that many, but testament to the ludicrous amount that I own. And I think it looks really great. Do have to add a few finishing touches, like spots for the committee to all sit. I have the Queen of the Nation chilling there in the middle. I don't know if we have an official name, but yeah. We got all the signs organized and ready to go into the stands, along with some weapons, because, you know, I think this stadium allows swords for the Knights and Knight fans. And here it is. I'm pretty sure we figured out how to fix the printer, and I'm waiting with bated breath if this print of the moon is gonna goddamn work. Pretty sure it's working. I'm pretty sure it's working. I'm pretty sure I got it working. Is that working? Is that working? Oh my god, it's working. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it is the next day, and I think I might start filming the qualifiers tonight. Here is how the moon came out. Look at that. I mean, this part looks a little rough, but overall, I think it looks pretty good. It's a very fun-looking moon. So now I'm just formatting like all the different papers I have, because I track a lot of my stuff on paper. So I have all the records and which events are in the qualifiers and consolation cup, all the stuff that is pre-records, some events that are like very similar to old events. I just took the records from, like winter balancing and normal balancing, just calling it the same, even though it will be a bit different. And here is what my actual tracking sheets look like. So I have over in the bottom right have the event results, the committee run, which this season is going to be from a like junior league team called the Ice Flows, JBL record, and a lolly location, which I'm adding this season to help me remember. And yeah, I actually, for every single event of JBL, no one has ever seen this, just me, but I've done a cute little drawing. Some of them I took like a while on, in the top right. And yeah, no one ever sees these. I just do these because they're fun, and I like drawing, even though I'm terrible at it, as you can tell. And of course, here's, you know, where I'm going to write the teams and the heats. You're watching me put this video together. Here's me making it before I'm finished recording. How meta. Ooh. Here's the website that I use to actually track the scores that I just put onto the leaderboards on Bizarre. It's keepthescore.com. It's a pretty nice little website. Just streamlines life, makes everything a little more convenient. Here's all the qualifiers teams. I did add the piece here like I said I was going to. And I think it's time that I make the stop motion animations of the crowd cheering. Let's do that now. In the middle of doing the stop motion animations, the stadium collapsed. As you can tell, I'm thrilled. This is the kind of stuff that happens all the time, but I never get to whine about it to anyone but myself because I don't normally make these videos, but I do now. And it could be worse, but it's very annoying because that's an extra half an hour that I have to spend, which I'm not in the mood for, but that's fine. It has been just about an hour. It's 1 a.m. I was gonna film tonight, but that took a while, and honestly, that just kills my motivation. I know I just have to, these kind of things, I just have to sleep them off, but right now I just feel like it just looks worse. And also I've had like troubles with the snowflakes, and I've had to patch up the background, and it just looks like crap. And you know, it just feels so disheartening to spend so many hours working on this and just feel like I'm gonna disappoint people with it. But I know I just need to take a rest. I'm not gonna make a good qualifiers product when I'm in that headspace. So I think I'm just gonna head to bed, and I don't know if I'll catch you in the morning. Okay, it's been a week. It is filming day, and there is actually snow on the ground, so I can make the qualifiers. I was getting worried because, you know, it's like one of the warmest winters we've had in a while, but it's time. All the snowflakes are fixed. The carpet is vacuumed. Here's the geography of JBL, by the way. There's the marble room. Out here is where most of these events that are too big for the stadium are filmed. So the first event is Ice Dash, which the pieces, Coroplast, are kept right here along with the pinball track I use for obstacle course, which should, at least to some degree, come back later in the season with changes. But gonna take these out. This carpet is vacuumed up too, and I wish I could put it in there, but that's by far the best space for marbles, but it isn't quite big enough. So unfortunately, the first event of the qualifiers is out here. I would have loved to introduce the stadium fully as the first event, but that's how it goes. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun event. Here is the Ice Dash track. We we've got a little jump there. We've got a cat. Yeah. Here is the finished track for Ice Dash. It's pretty simple, but it's a fun one. The jump is definitely going to cause some chaos, and now it's time to film the qualifiers. I've been like humming and hawing for the last hour, like I need to get the opening shots right, but the more I dwell on it, the more I'm just gonna not do it, so let's go. We are filmed. Time to do up the scores and have some lunch. Got my tracking sheet all filled in. Got the standings all done up. And now I'm going to take down the Ice Dash track and build the team pursuit track. Let's do that now. It has been a little over 2 hours and the team pursuit track is done. I love how this turned out. This is gonna be a great one for how it races. And of course the score sheet done. Time to get filming. Team pursuit is filmed. I really liked how this one came out. I'm gonna do up the scores and we'll see if I have the energy to do skiing tonight. It's a new day, I'm rested, rejuvenated, and now it's time to take down the team pursuit track and put up skiing. It might be a busier day for me, so we'll see how much time I have to film, but I'm looking forward to this one. It's been a while. The skiing track is built, but I have to go skiing before I can film skiing. Marble skiing is a whole lot less exhausting than real skiing. It is all filmed, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for bobsleigh. Okay, so bobsleigh has been a little hellish to do. I've had a lot of trouble with it, so let me show you the process. I've had to go through so many iterations of failed track while I get colder and colder because the bobsleighs just have so much trouble running smooth. This is the most hilly surface I could possibly find, and I've tried several iterations, one over there, one over there, one over there. This one is the closest I've got. It's super duper steep and super short, so I'm disappointed with it, but it doesn't really work, so at this point, I might have to consider alternatives. So right now, I am just going to spray it down after one more pat down, so that it ideally freezes overnight, so that it's more solid of a surface for the bobsleighs to roll on in the morning. Catch you guys then. From ice to fire. I'm tired and I'm calling it a day. I'm probably gonna film bobsleigh indoors tomorrow. That'll be the only outdoor event that has to be switched to indoors. Disappointed, but I think I can make something cool indoors anyways. Good night. It's a day later and I can confirm that the outdoor bobsleigh track is not gonna work, so let's try indoor. Bobsleigh tracking sheet is set. Time to take down skiing and get work on bobsleigh. It might be a down the stairs thing out there, or it'll be in here. I'll experiment with both. VOBat's here to say that despite my immense effort, this down the stairs track unfortunately will not work and I have to scrap it. I don't know why it looks like the screen is flashing on video, but here is the 3D printing software. Here is my new bobsleigh. It's not perfect, but it's a bobsleigh. You can very much tell that this is the side that was sitting on the ground when it was 3D printed, but the bottom is more smooth, so hopefully this works. I have been working tirelessly on bobsleigh, and I know it's not perfect, but I think this is the best we're gonna get, and I think we should do a test run. The last test run with all 4 members collided with the stands, which was bad. So, don't up. Come on, please. Yeah! Since this is so damn tall, I am going to clean up this area as fast as I can and film as fast as I can because I don't want this to collapse on any of the stadium. That would be really bad. Done filming all the runs, not the whole event. That was a chaotic one. I'm glad it's done, but let's do up the scores and see who qualifies. Bobsleigh is filmed. All the scoring is done. The qualified teams are determined. And now, only thing left is to edit the qualifiers. And I'm saying that as if it is a small task, but you'll be taken through the process. Okay, so we got where I keep all the music in here. all of the team chants and other effects. A record feature right there. Here's sticker where I add images. Text, I add text, but I'm not going to be doing that as much this season. Pip, this is where I add a second camera shot in the bottom corner. Effects. I just kind of throw all the clips together at the start, then always start with a black screen that'll fade to ice. Ice will be the start screen of all the events this season and the end screen. A bunch of opening shots pieced together. I'm going to add more transitions in here. And then the actual thing with the Pip in the top right corner with an extra border added this time. Then we get a replay of the main thing. My glorious cat. And then some of the stop motion chants. The picture of the actual event. Same thing with the Pip. And then this is where the results will come up. Then we'll get the teams cheering. Some extra footage to give a break between the next heat. That's Ice Dash. And right now I'm working on Team Pursuit. The whole base of the video is constructed, so it's going to be over 32 minutes long there. And now I'm going in for text and graphics. So slowly but steadily, we've got all the intro stuff coming up. I think it looks really nice with the neon outlines. It's another day later, and alongside editing the actual video, I'm putting this video that you're watching together. Currently 21 minutes and 15 seconds long. Time to start making the graphics for skiing in a third session of the day. You know, with a project like this, the most important thing to avoid burning out, which I have had to learn over the course of a couple of years, is to always give yourself breaks. Even when you feel super motivated, even if you don't pace yourself, that motivation will burn out quick. So no matter what, it's better to just treat yourself well, eat, do other things in your life, and edit in healthy sessions. Everything, no matter how much you're enjoying it or not enjoying it, it's good to do it in moderation, and it's just more sustainable mentally, long term. So let's put in a couple hours to end off the day, and let's edit skiing. All right, another day of editing. Let's get to it. And with that, the text portion and the graphics are done. The app crashed on me in the middle of doing bobsleigh, and I could not get the file to reopen. Every time I opened it, it would load and then crash, and I panicked hardcore. It gave me war flashbacks. In the JBL Cup Season 2 qualifiers, when I was just about done, the whole thing crashed, and I lost everything, and I had to restart. It was 8 hours down the drain. So I was like, no. And eventually, after a while, I got it to reopen. So to be safe, I'm just going to save this. So just in case, no matter what, I can't lose this progress. All right, let's get working on the audio. Over halfway through the audio of the qualifiers, and we're getting so close to getting these done. I cannot wait. I have double checked all of the editing so far, and everything is good. I'm 99% sure. So once I get these done, the video is going to be good to be sent off to Jet, which I'm super excited about. Now that the video is edited, it needs to be commentated, and that is done by the J in JBL, Jet. So let's send him everything over via WhatsApp. Thank you so much for watching this behind-the-scenes video for the JBL Cup Season 4 qualifiers. If you want more videos like this in the future, let me know. It was super fun to make. And until then, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to keep on rolling.